Dad, I want to come home. I'm so uncomfortable living with this guy I don't know.
Huh? What are you talking about? Don't be silly, honey. Of course you know him. You're living with Mr. Fritz.
But me and him have nothing to do with each other. Why do I have to live at your boss's house? I know you said it was for my own good, but did you really mean that? You brought and left me here one day all of a sudden. Then you had all my belongings sent here. Isn't this all just a little too much? You never even asked me whether I wanted any of this.
Molly, the reason I did this is because I want you to be happy. If you live with my boss, you get to eat luxurious, expensive foods every day. Plus, all of your tuition fees for that elite technical school you've got your heart set on will be covered. Don't you think these are some pretty attractive benefits? I have my debts to think about too, you know. As much as it pains me, I couldn't realize my dreams for you by myself. At least this way, you get to live the life you want, right? You understand, don't you, Cupcake? I wanted to give you a life free of worry and financial hardship.
You didn't have to do that. I never asked you to realize my dreams for me. As for the tuition fees for the technical school, there are scholarships, and I could always find a part-time job and save up money that way.
Oh, Molly. What will it take for you to understand? The real world is a lot harsher and more unforgiving than you think.
Anyway, living with your boss isn't worth any of those things. I hate it here and I want to come home. He always stares at me with these creepy eyes. It makes me so uncomfortable you wouldn't believe. I feel like I'm constantly looking over my shoulder and worrying about what he'll do next. Please, Dad, I'm reaching my emotional limit.
Like hell he'd do something like that. Are you claiming my boss is some kind of weirdo? Don't insult him like that.
It's the truth. Please believe me. I don't have any friends in school, so there isn't even anyone else I can talk to about this. I feel totally alone. I'm begging you, Dad. I can't take it anymore. He sends chills down my spine. I'm not exaggerating. He's literally the creepiest guy I've ever met. What am I supposed to do?
Calm down, Molly. Okay? You think too much. How big do you think the age gap between you and my boss is? He's almost 30 years older than you. Do you seriously think someone old enough to be your dad would be interested in you in that way?
Huh? I messaged you exactly because I think that. Why are you ignoring what I say? I love you, Dad. How could you do this to me? What's going on with you? What are you thinking? I don't recognize you anymore. I'm your own daughter. I'm telling you I'm struggling and need your help, and you don't even believe me? You're the worst.
Sorry, Cupcake. I'd love to do something about it, but that's just not going to be possible given my position right now. I mean, I already moved house, which is why you have nowhere to live except my boss's place now.
What? What did you do with the house?
I sold it.
Oh my God, are you joking? That house was full of memories of Mom, and you sold it? You sold it without even telling me.
What else was I supposed to do, Cupcake? I was late on my debt repayments and they weren't gonna pay themselves. Your mom is probably cheering me on from heaven, you know? She wouldn't want to see me struggling financially.
Why didn't you even talk to me about it? Surely that was the least you could have done. That house was full of our memories together as a family. It was the only place I truly felt at home. The only place I felt like Mom was still somehow with us in some way. Why would you do this?
So you could go and live with Mr. Fritz.
Listen to me, Dad. Is there really no way I can come and live with you? Was this really just so you could pay off your debts?
Of course it was, Cupcake.
You wouldn't lie to me, right? You wouldn't hide anything from me, right?
Like I said, you're living there to help me pay off my debts. Listen, the bottom line here is that you have nowhere to live except Mr. Fritz's house. And there's nothing either of us can do to change that. You only have 6 months of high school left now. You do want to graduate high school, don't you? If you moved out now, you'd have to drop out of school. And you'd enter the world of work as a middle school graduate. Do you know what that kind of life would look like? Do you? Is that what you want? If it's not, then please get through this somehow, Cupcake. Do it for your future. You probably just feel anxious because you're not used to living with my boss yet. He's a great guy, you'll see. If you could just do your best to hold out a little longer, taking things one day at a time, I'm sure you'll get used to them. If you don't, and after you graduate high school you still want out no matter what, then I'll consider some other options, okay? I want you to remember that I'm on your side, Molly, and I never abandon you, okay? Molly, where are you? Hey, answer the phone now!
I won't.
What the hell did you go and do? I just heard from my boss. He said you escaped? What the heck are you playing at?
What do you mean, what did I go and do? Do you have any idea how much he terrified me? He made me go out to a fancy restaurant with him on my birthday. When we got out, he grabbed hold of my arm and dragged me somewhere against my will. Do you know where he took me? Did he tell you? You know, don't you?
Sheesh, what's the big deal? It was just some run-of-the-mill business hotel.
Which part of that hotel had anything to do with business? I can't take it anymore. I seriously can't take anymore. Everyone has a breaking point, and this is mine. Even just thinking about it is traumatic. God, he's so gross.
Fine. I'm gonna come and pick you up. Can you at least tell me where you are?
Huh? No way am I telling you.
What? Why not? How am I supposed to help you if you won't tell me where you are? I'm really worried about you, Cupcake, so you have to tell me, okay?
You help me? You worry about me? You're the one who sold me to your freaking boss. It's nothing but lies, Dad. Do you actually think it's gonna work with me anymore? I heard everything about how you said he could do whatever he wanted to me when I reached 18. You said that, didn't you, Dad? In return for him reversing your dismissal from the company and having him take over your debt repayments. You sold him to me in return for all of that, didn't you?
Don't be ridiculous. You don't really believe that, do you, Cupcake? What kind of dad sells their own daughter?
You. It was my birthday today. You knew that when you sold me. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. You could disappear off the face of the earth and I wouldn't care. I wish you at least had the decency to get the hell out of my life before you put me through this hellish ordeal, though.
Get out of your life? You're just being silly now. Anyway, get back to Mr. Fritz's house at once. Your whining is tedious, and I'm done listening to it. Did you hear me? I said get back to my boss's house right now. Can you do this for me? For your dad? Please, Cupcake.
I won't go back, and I won't do anything you say. Someone more important than you or your boss helped me out. It's all over now.
Huh? Someone more important than me or my boss? What are you talking about? I'm your dad, which means I can do whatever I want with you. Is this how you repay me for all the time, effort, and money I put into raising you? With spite and disobedience?
I don't want to believe it, that you don't love me. It was such a shock because I loved you. And I mean, what daughter wants to accept their own dad would do something like that to them? But you know what? I'm actually pleased. Because there's nothing more reassuring than the promise of one's own safety. And I have that now. Bye.
Hey! Just you wait! Molly! President Cooper,
Ah, I see you still haven't been arrested.
I'd appreciate if I could speak to you one more time about the matter of what happened recently. I want to ask if you'll at least allow me the privilege of meeting my daughter one last time.
Mr. White, my old employee, what are you talking about? You don't have a daughter, do you?
Please, sir, respectfully, but I don't think this is the time for jokes. I'm talking about Molly. I implore you not to believe a word she says. It's nothing but baseless lies and deluded fantasy. She lost her mother at a very early age, and as a result, she's very emotionally unstable and has a tendency to say inappropriate things. That's why I need you to believe me when I tell you neither me nor Mr. Fritz have done anything worthy of criticism.
You were never any good at your job, Mr. White, and you were one of the least enthusiastic employees I've ever seen. In spite of that, I still believed in you for some reason. but I had no idea you were the kind of dirtbag who'd sell your daughter.
Sir, I must reiterate my previous point that I did not, in fact, sell my daughter.
I'm not interested in hearing your excuses. You just said Molly's claims were deluded fantasy, didn't you? Me and my wife just saw her running away from Mr. Fritz, one of our former executives and your old boss, at a hotel. If what she's saying is deluded fantasy, what do you suppose it was that we saw? Baseless lies? Emotional instability?
No, certainly, sir. You make a compelling case, and wow, I must say, you put it so eloquently, too. Truly a man worthy of the esteemed title of CEO. The problem is that the story you post seems to differ slightly from the version of events I myself was aware of.
Do you still have no idea the gravity of what you've done? You sold your own daughter to your boss for no other reason than to pay off your debts, concerned with nothing more but your own self-preservation. Mr. Fritz has already been arrested. I find the thought of people as depraved as you two working at my company quite frankly terrifying. And I will stop at nothing to ensure your total eradication from the company ranks once and for all.
President Cooper, what's going to happen to me? I won't really be arrested, will I? Isn't there anything you can do about this? You know, pull some strings, make some phone calls? You're a very powerful man, after all. Please, allow me to take this opportunity to once again apologize sincerely for my careless mistake 2 months ago that led to our company losing a major client. I swear to commit my life to serving you and this company to the utmost of my ability. Please, allow me another chance to prove myself and make all this go away somehow. I'll do anything. Being allowed the great privilege of entering this fine company was the only thing I've ever been proud of in my entire life.
Give it a rest, you sniveling weasel. You prioritize your own financial well-being over your daughter's physical safety and mental health, and you call yourself a father? She's your flesh and blood. I feel genuine horror when I reflect on what you did. I feel actual insanity in your words when I listen to your groveling, sycophantic brown-nosing after the fact. Entering my company's the only thing you've ever been proud of, you say? Where's your pride as a father?
Well,
You evidently never felt any in the first place. I can't tolerate people like you. And I feel confident in saying that the majority of the other 8 billion people on the planet are with me on that one.
Are you sure this is what you want to do?
Excuse me?
I take it this means you don't care what happens to your company.
What are you trying to say?
Your company's reputation will be destroyed over this. You'll lose your position in society, and no one will want to risk doing business with you again. Because you employed someone like me. There'll be no end to the anonymous criticism and harassment campaigns you'll be subjected to. And you'll be lampooned from all angles. Everything you worked so hard to build will come to ruin. It'll only be a matter of time before you go bankrupt. However, if I remain here, that can all be avoided. If you can use your power and influence to prove my innocence against these hurtful accusations, that is, Mr. Fritz did this all on his own after all, didn't he? How does that sound? Do we have an arrangement? I think you'll agree that this isn't a bad offer for you. In fact, I think you might find it quite beneficial. You're a smart man, Cooper. I think you understand what I'm saying. So what'll it be, President? Will you work with me on this?
I see. Interesting.
Not a bad idea for someone so bad at his job, huh?
Sorry, Mr. White, but the only outcome I'm interested in here is one that involves you being behind bars wearing orange.
Huh?
Please, look at this online news site. Hang on, I'll send you the link. Silicon Valley CEO rescues 18-year-old high school student is the name of the article.
Huh? What?
Seems like it's going viral. I caught a glimpse of it on both the local and national news programs too. It really seems to be doing the rounds. No names have been released, so pretty much nothing has changed at the company for me or any of the employees. Did you read the article? They're singing my praises like you wouldn't believe. You should take a look. It's very relevant to you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on a second! This has to be fake, right?
Don't you think the contents are a little too accurate for it to be fake? not a hint of criticism or a single negative portrayal of me.
This can't be happening.
Anyway, even if my company did go bankrupt, I'd just start over and rebuild from scratch. I am in the very favorable position of having more money than I know what to do with. Not to mention the many connections I forged with key players in the industry over the years. Your fate is already decided.
President Cooper, please! I'm begging you! Please, help me somehow! There has to be something you can do! I don't deserve this!
I'm about to take these chat logs to the police station where they'll be submitted as evidence. Would you like to add anything final before I do? Forgive me for cutting the conversation short, but you're irritating me now.
Please do something! Anything! I'm begging you!
Now it's your turn. I'm selling you to the police.
My dad was arrested immediately after, and he and his old boss, Mr. Fritzl, were sentenced to hard prison time. I was so overjoyed and relieved by the news that they wouldn't get out for at least a few years that I cried. When Mr. Cooper, the CEO of my dad's old company, stepped in to help me, I asked him, "Why would you help me, a complete stranger?" As human beings, our highest priority is ultimately ourselves. And while those around us may be in trouble, they're still just strangers in the end. There's no meaning or merit to be had in helping them, right? Or so I thought. That's what I asked him, almost without thinking. Speaking honestly at the time, I genuinely saw no point in spending my time helping people I had no connection to. Mr. Cooper just said, "I know better than anyone what it feels like to be overwhelmed with gratitude and joy when someone helps you in your hour of need." And with no further elucidation, dropped me off in front of his house with his wife. Initially, it seemed like I'd have no choice but to go into a care home because I had no relatives to speak of. But Mr. Cooper's wife hugged me tightly and through floods of tears kindly said to me, "Molly, you're more than welcome to live here with me and my husband for as long as you need, if it's what you want, of course." I accepted and lived with the two of them for about 2 months. I'm certain it was thanks to Mr. Cooper I was able to stay there, and I'll be eternally grateful for the way he was there for me when I needed a helping hand more than ever. This all happened a few years ago, and now I'm working happily at Mr. Cooper's company, which he renamed and relocated not long after the whole Mr. Fritzl incident. The new HQ isn't too far from Mr. and Mrs. Cooper's house, which gives me great peace of mind in the event that there's any kind of emergency. He stressed empathetically that I didn't have to work at his company out of any obligation to him, and encouraged me only to stay if it was what I truly wanted. But what I truly want is to repay the debt of gratitude I owe to the man who saved my life. I still think about what happened back then from time to time, back when I had no friends or a soul in the world to rely on, and even my own family couldn't be trusted. I'm so happy now that that period in my life almost feels like a dream. Now I'm blessed with a workplace that's full of laughter, a close group of friends the same age as me, and a new family. I want to continue my life with a positive, outward-facing attitude. Just like my role models, Mr. and Mrs. Cooper. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Peep text.
Hey Heidi, my things arrived.
Glad to hear it. Was everything you wanted in there?
Yeah, thanks for all the frozen meals too. Those are gonna come in real handy. You know how bad I am at cooking. You're the best wife a guy could hope for. How did a chump like me land a girl like you?
I thought you might be starting to miss the taste of home by now. I know you'd probably only end up surviving on ready meals and instant noodles when you were at the apartment if I didn't send anything. You do almost nothing but eat out these days, don't you?
It's not like that.
What did you have for dinner last night then?
Hamburgers, I think.
I'm gonna go on a limb and guess you didn't make them yourself.
Well, okay, fine, you got me. But don't worry, I'm eating a balanced diet. I'm getting all my vitamins and nutrients and all that good stuff. I even eat vegetables.
If that's the case, I'm pleased. We can't have you coming back all soft and chubby after being away a year for work.
Well, my body might have changed just a little bit. But I'm not fat or anything.
Your BMI had gone up at your last physical, right? Please be careful, Ben. You're long past the age of being able to eat whatever you want and not suffer the consequences.
Fine, babe. I'll be careful.
So how's it going out there? Did the weather improve yet? Is it finally warming up?
Yeah! I only have to wear a light jacket these days. Things are definitely on the up. I'm still cold some days, but it's all good.
I see. It's really warming up down here. I go out in a t-shirt most days now.
Huh? Really? If I'm not mistaken, it was still pretty damn chilly when I came back for Anna's graduation ceremony.
Right? What was that all about? It was unusually cold that day. It warmed up again as soon as you left. I think you might have cursed us. But I pretty much never need a jacket anymore.
What can I say? I guess I brought the weather with me. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Did you get everything with Anna's middle school uniform sorted out?
Yep. Now that you mention it, I just went to collect it the other day. I had it made a little on the large size since she's still growing. So it's a tad baggy. You should see her in it. She looks so cute.
Huh? And you didn't even send me a photo?
The only photos I have are from when she was trying it on. In the store.
So what? Send them!
Wouldn't you rather wait and see the professional ones they take at the school entrance ceremony? Don't worry, I'll send every last one of them.
Ah, the ceremony. Damn it, I really wanted to be there, but I just couldn't get away from work. Things have been so busy lately.
Not only that, but the flight costs would seriously start piling up. It's fine. Between the professional photographers hired by the school and my top-of-the-range phone camera, you're gonna have more videos and pictures than you know what to do with.
I'm counting on you. Oh yeah, there was one more thing. It's about the ready meals you made me.
Huh? What is it? Oh no, they didn't defrost and spill out of the boxes, did they? I paid an extra fee to keep them frozen.
No, it's fine. They arrived safe and sound. It's just it's gonna get a lot warmer up here soon and, well, I just don't think I'll need them.
Huh? Weren't you just thanking me and telling me how pleased you were?
Look, my work transfer ends in 2 months. I intend to sample the food culture up here to the fullest while I still can. It'd be a waste if I just sat home eating frozen ready meals all the time. Besides, I'm always getting invited to eat out by colleagues.
I guess I don't really mind, if that's what you want. But please, at least don't eat out every single night.
Don't worry. Temperance and moderation are my middle names.
I really hope that's true. Ah, looks like Anna just got out of the tub. Gotta shoot. Let's speak tomorrow, okay?
Okay, speak tomorrow, babe. Night.
Night-night.
Heidi! I sent Anna a little something to celebrate her moving up to middle school. It should arrive around noon the day after tomorrow.
You sent her a gift to celebrate her going up to middle school? Wow, that's so sweet. I'm surprised. It's not like you to think of others.
I can do anything I put my mind to. Anyway, middle school. You know what that means, right? It means she's right around the dreaded rebellious phase age. I thought it'd be wise to do something that might soften her up towards me a little before shots start getting fired.
You sent her a present because you were worried about that?
I'm not ashamed to admit that my daughter's wrath is up there as one of the scariest things in the world to me. Besides, I've been up here on my work transfer for almost a year now. And other than video calls, we haven't seen each other even once. I thought now might be a good time to start racking up the good boy points.
I'm sure you've got nothing to worry about. She's the kindest member of our family.
That's true. I just thought that since I could, I should. So I did.
So what did you actually send her?
A purse and some kind of body cream set that's apparently super popular with girls her age.
What? Those are actually good presents. What the hell? Surely this isn't your doing. Since when did you have this much sense?
Huh? What makes you say that? I have so much sense I should start donating it to charity.
We'll just take her last birthday for example. You bought her a giant stuffed teddy bear and some colored blocks despite her being in 5th grade. And don't even get me started on my last birthday. I mean, damn it, Ben. A tablecloth? Granted, It might have been an expensive tablecloth, but who the hell gets someone something like that for their birthday?
I said I was sorry about that. But people change, Heidi. Gone are the days of cringy, uncool gifts that make you ashamed to admit you know me. That's right. You're talking to the new me right now. Anyway, that was all kind of part of it. With you two flipping your lids on me every birthday practically becoming a family tradition, I did some soul searching. Plus, I asked some of my friends for advice.
Am I dreaming? Someone pinch me! Wow, I guess you really have changed. Oh, you said you got her a purse? What kind of design it is? It's not something a fuddy-duddy old man would buy in the spur of the moment thinking he was fashion genius, is it? Stuff with anime characters on is no good either.
Chill! She's gonna love it. Apparently this one is all the rage with girls her age now. Trust me, I'm an expert. Or rather, I asked all the moms at work.
Phew, I'm so pleased to hear you say that.
Yep, I learned there are times you should defer to others. After constantly being told you have no sense by your friends, family, and basically everyone you meet, there comes a point where you have no choice but to accept that there might be a little truth to it.
Right? Make sure you never stop asking people for advice, okay? I'm suddenly super excited for my birthday.
Leave it to me!
Oh yeah. We have the long weekend for Martin Luther King Jr. Day coming up before your work transfer period ends, right? I was thinking of booking a flight and coming up to see you, like a little mini holiday. What do you think?
Huh? You're gonna come here?
Yeah, you won't be there for much longer. I thought it would be nice if we could make the most of it together.
I mean, that sounds great and all, but you'd probably only end up disappointed. There's nothing around here you could call a tourist spot. The area is actually really boring.
Really? That sounds so nice to me. I love nature spots, and actually, I've really been missing that kind of thing lately. What with living near the city center and all.
It might not be big city, but it's not exactly countryside either. It's somewhere in the dull, dreary middle. You saw it for yourself when you came up to stay with me just after I moved, so you hardly need me to tell you.
I guess so. I had fun though. Anna got a fever halfway through and we didn't end up getting to look around and explore as much as we planned. So I kinda always just assumed there was more to see. To tell you the truth, I've been wanting to come back ever since.
Nope, I hate to break it to you, babe, but I think we pretty much exhausted the place. If we're gonna go on holiday, why not go somewhere nice together? Sure, it'd probably be fun for you if you came again, but you have to remember I've been here pretty much every single day for the last 10 months. It's starting to feel kinda stale.
You do have a point. Okay, let's pick somewhere else.
Sounds good.
Wait, there's something fishy about this.
Huh?
Have you been bringing another woman back to your place while we were apart?
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Slow down there, Roadrunner! Where the bazookas did that come from? Don't even joke about that kind of thing!
Sorry, babe, just kidding.
You and Anna are the two most important people in the world to me. I'm working as hard as I can to give you both the lives you deserve. I'm serious. Never say anything like that again, not even as a joke.
Yeah, that wasn't fair, sorry. I've just been a little lonely lately, and no, there's no excuse. That was uncalled for, I'm sorry. Let's spend some quality family time together when you come home, okay? Anna's grown so much this last year, I'm not even sure you're gonna recognize her. Whether she'll be a willing participant in our family time is another matter. I don't think it'll be long before she's too cool to be seen with her parents in public.
Then there's no time to lose. We have to spend as much time together as we can before we start cramping her style.
Who knows, she might even have a boyfriend before long, or maybe she already does.
Oh man, don't say things like that.
Just kidding, she doesn't seem to have much interest in boys yet. I'll just let you know when her presents get here.
Okay, babe, take it easy.
Anna, what the heck is going on? Are you home now, or are you at work? Where are you?
Hey, Mom. I finished work already. I'm on my way home.
But what happened? The box and wrapping paper from your presents have been torn up and thrown all over the room. It looks like a bomb hit the place. All of this from the gifts your dad sent to celebrate you moving up to middle school, right?
Yes?
I found your presents in the garbage. What's wrong? Didn't you like them? How could you throw them away? How horrible. That purse was so cute, and the body cream set. That was expensive, you know?
I don't want them. I threw them away because they're awful.
Awful? They don't look that bad to me.
The purse and body cream weren't the only things inside that box.
They weren't? What do you mean?
There was... No, forget it. I think it's better that you don't know.
Huh? What does that mean? Please start making sense, baby. I have no idea what's going on. I just turned the garbage upside down trying to find everything, but all I found was the presents. Oh wait, there's a USB stick too? Huh? Do you mean this?
Throw it away. Do not look.
Why? What is it? Was it a load of soppy love messages to you or something? Don't worry, baby. I might cringe, but I can just about handle it. Me and your dad have been together a long time, so I know what's he like. Even still, don't you think throwing everything away was going too far?
Wrong. It was Dad and another woman.
What?
Dad's seeing someone else. I think it was her who chose the presents for me too.
Oh my god, no! Really?
Yes. I found the USB stick and got curious, so I put it in my laptop. I wish I didn't. Ugh. I can still see it when I close my eyes. I was so shocked and disgusted that I lost my temper. Ripped everything up and ran out of the house.
Anna, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Mom. It's Dad who was a scumbag. I hate him. I can't believe he would do something like this. He's not my dad anymore. It's
Anna,
fine.
we need to
I'm
discuss
not
what
far
we're
from
going
home
to
now.
do from
I'll
here.
be there soon.
I'll come and find you. Where are you?
It's fine. I'm not far from home now. I'll be there soon. Forget about me. What about you? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Did you look at what's on the USB?
I'm looking at it right now.
I see. I'm outside the front door. Tell me when you're done looking.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Anna. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Heidi. Did Anna go to sleep already? Did my presents arrive? You haven't been messaging me. Is something wrong?
Anna wasn't feeling well, so she went to bed early.
What? Is she okay?
She's in a lot of emotional pain.
Emotional pain? Oh, crap, you're kidding me. Did she really have a boyfriend after all? Did they fight or something? Or I wonder if it's the stress of moving up to a new school. Anna's always been a little sensitive, and she can worry with the best of them. I think it's because she's so kind and considerate to others. I actually wish she'd be more selfish sometimes.
Right.
Well, what happened? I bet she loved her presents, right? I hear they're really popular with girls her age these days. Oh, whoops, I already told you that.
What the hell? Where are you getting this info from? Videos of you getting it on with your lover are popular with young girls these days. You're sick in the head.
Huh? My lover?
The presents arrive. There was a purse and a body cream set just like you said. But there was also something else in that box.
Oh, there was? What was it?
A USB stick full of sorted videos and pictures of you and your lover fooling around. Anna found it, and when she opened her presents, excited to see what her dad bought her. She had a wreck ever since. She felt so sick that she had to go to bed.
Oh, man. Wait a sec. That was in the box?
Isn't that what I just said? It's obvious you had lover girl pick the presents for Anna too. I knew something felt off when I saw them, but I didn't want to entertain the possibility of... Ugh. There was a note attached that said, "Dear wifey, please divorce ASAP. Thanks." She must be really head over heels for you.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, babe.
I finally understand why you were so desperate not to have me flying up and stay with you at that apartment. I bet you live together. You haven't been even a bit lonely with lover girl there to see to your needs, have you?
I never meant to cheat on you. You don't understand. She would always give me these looks. She'd show up in my house. She'd say all kinds of things to me. Put her hands on my leg. She was relentless.
So you had an affair?
I'm so sorry.
Even if it's true that she was the one who went after you? An affair is an affair and it changes nothing.
I know.
I want a divorce.
What? A divorce?
Yes, a divorce. I can't be with you any longer. I want you out of my life.
Please, wait! Don't you think that's going a little too far? Let's just talk this over. You only just found out about the affair, right? You're probably not thinking straight right now. Yeah, that's it. How about you get a good night's sleep, and we'll discuss this with level heads first thing in the morning. This isn't the kind of decision that should be made in the heat of the moment. This is ours and our daughter's lives we're talking about. Our future!
I could wait a million years and my feelings wouldn't budge an inch. Would getting a good night's sleep change the fact that you cheated on me? I felt so empty while watching those videos on my computer. I felt so sad and broken when I realized what an idiot you've been taking me for.
Heidi, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. We have Anna to think about. What about our daughter? We can't just divorce so easily without even talking things through. How do you think it's gonna affect her? This is an important time for her. What about her school?
Oh, believe me, it wasn't an easy decision. But I can assure you, Anna has no interest in having anything to do with you either. She said the thought of your face alone makes her want to vomit.
Wow.
You only have yourself to blame because you did this, Ben. You did this when you chose your lover over me and your daughter.
I'll break up with her. I'll do it now. I'll beg on my knees. I'll pay you compensation.
Compensation? Please, this isn't about money.
You and Anna are the two most important people in the world to me.
If that's the case, why did you cheat on me? It's funny, I always used to hear stories like this on those gossip shows you see on daytime TV. Christ, I never thought it happened to me. I thought the same thing watching them as I think now. If you were that sorry, you wouldn't have done it in the first place. You're a liar, Ben. And I'll never be able to trust any other word you say for as long as you live.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm begging you. Heidi, please.
You were even talking about me in one of the videos, weren't you? I heard you making fun of me while you were all over each other in bed. Oh, her? Don't worry about her. She's such a dummy, she'll never notice.
I just got carried away. I wasn't thinking. I'd been drinking. I didn't mean that. Surely you don't think I did?
But you were right. I really didn't notice. If your lover hadn't done me the favor of letting me know, who knows how long you'd have been at it like rabbits behind my back. I know she wanted you all to yourself, but I can't help but wonder if sneaking that USB stick in there meant there was a part of her that actually felt sorry for me.
She's nothing to me. I could break up with her this instant and not lose a minute of sleep over it. Please, you have to believe me. How dare she destroy my family and hurt my daughter? She'll pay for this, that demon.
Give it a break, Ben. You're despicable. The only person who destroyed this family and hurt our daughter is you. You know what the saddest thing about all this was for me? The thing that hurt me the most? I felt like I didn't even recognize the Ben in those videos. He was a complete stranger to me.
Heidi.
Even if we did make up, even if we did try and move past this, I could never forget what you did to me. No matter how much time passes, no matter how well we get along, those images of you two on the bed will always be there, an eternal fixture in the back of my mind. That's why we're getting a divorce. I won't let you hurt me or my daughter anymore.
I'm sorry. Please. I'm so sorry. You have no idea how sorry I am. I'll do anything. We don't even have to live together, please. You can have as much time as you need, but please don't leave me. Can we start over? We can live in separate apartments while we work on mending things. I'll give you space. I can't lose you and Anna. You're my world, my everything. Please don't leave me. I'm nothing without you.
You did this. No matter what I think about, no matter what scenario I imagine, all paths lead to divorce. Goodbye. You'll never come home to me and your daughter again. The next day, my husband didn't show up at work, instead getting on the first flight back home in panic. I left Anna at my parents' house, and over the next week, I had several discussions with both sets of parents to discuss what our future was going to look like. The in-laws started out by suggesting we try and fix things somehow or other, because we had Anna to think about, and they didn't want her any more stressed than she already was with moving schools. But all that changed when they saw the pictures and videos of their son with his lover. The color immediately drained from their faces, and they agreed to the divorce faster than you can say liar. Eventually, the divorce was finalized with my ex-husband conceding all responsibility, and with that, custody of Anna was handed to me in a split-second decision by the judge. It turns out Ben's lover was one of his subordinates at the company branch he got transferred to, and the affair had started not long after he arrived. When she found out he was choosing to try and salvage things with me and Anna over her, she told everyone in the office what had been going on while Ben was sat working at his desk. According to my ex-husband's boss, who happens to be an old friend of mine, it was pure carnage, and a miracle that security didn't end up restraining anyone after he realized what she'd done. He did end up coming back from the company branch, but he got demoted for dragging his personal affairs into his work life and causing so many problems for the company. I hear he moved into a new apartment all on his own recently. Must be lonely. It doesn't end there either. He scorned ex-lover, unable to cope with the fact he broke up with her, leaked all his personal information online, and is currently engaged in a full-scale harassment campaign against him. So broken by the reality of the consequences of his actions finally setting in. It seems like he doesn't even have the energy to defend himself or fight back anymore. Apparently, the only time he leaves the house these days is for the train to and from work. Not that I've been the slightest bit of sympathy for him. He has no one to blame but himself. Whether it was him who sent it or not, the responsibility for his daughter being exposed to something so heart-wrenchingly disgusting ultimately lies with him and him alone. I hope he sincerely reflects on his behavior and uses this as an opportunity to become a better person. Me and Anna are currently in the process of starting our new life together. We are living at my parents' house for the time being, and I think being surrounded by family is doing us a lot of good. Using this as an opportunity to reinvent myself, I finally switched careers, and now I work in the industry I've aspired towards for a long time. As for Anna, she moved up to middle school without a hitch. There's no denying it though. She was completely broken up by everything that happened, and the divorce wasn't easy for her either. But I think being surrounded by the constant loving support of her family and friends is helping, and she's finally starting to look at her old bright bubbly self again recently. That said, wounds of the kind my ex-husband left us with don't just heal overnight, and I'm not under the illusion that we'll ever truly forget, but we can at least try to move on. I want to give her the best life possible, and I'll always be there for her through thick and thin, just like she is for me. If I'm totally honest, I still have a long way to go in getting past this myself. But at the end of the day, I have to remember I'm a mother, and Anna is my #1 priority. I can't live my life dwelling in the past forever, and what's done is done. The future is all we have, and I intend to make it a damn good one.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.